Invisible boundaries, Punnada Prapasanobon 650. From the very beginning of this project, I went to Kudijin for the first time. I was lost because of how hectic the place was. 3 religions in one particular place is happen very rare. I have a lot of questions in my mind, but it wasn't what I actually interested in. So my question was, why do people believe in something they don't even understand about? So I went back again. After I walked around, the place that I got my attention was Guan Im Holy Mother Shon. I walked back again to find out what do people actually believe in the most. So I walked around Kudijin and Flower Market and found out that there was one thing that people actually believe in the most, which were Chinese talisman that's hang in front of their doors. Therefore, I went to people who own this Chinese talisman and asked them whether they understand the meaning of each of the Chinese character or not. Then the answer was all the same, and they said safety from the spiritual. The experiment that I did was printmaking in an original Chinese talisman form. I want people to understand that Chinese talisman have a different texture or details in each of the talisman that being given to them. I print the Chinese talisman on the thin paper to represent the owners of the Chinese talisman, and I want to keep the original form of the Chinese talisman. The laser cut that's the center of the Chinese talisman is the meaning of the people who actually understand the Chinese talisman, which is rain, spirit, love, hope. Instead of using add-on Chinese talisman in red, I changed the form into the laser cut to show the whole meaning of this Chinese talisman. Instead of hanging the Chinese talisman they don't know about, why not hang the Chinese talisman that actually have a meaning to it? Then I use another kind of printmaking, but I changed the color into the neon color, which is bright pink, yellow, and blue. Instead of using the form of Chinese talisman, I used the form of crossing to become a boundaries within the Chinese talisman, and in the center, I also have the free form of the Chinese talisman in laser cut, which means people cannot touch or come across these boundaries. However, I found out that my installation wasn't pretty enough and my concept wasn't good enough. So I researched more about Chinese talisman and boundaries within Chinese talisman. Therefore, I did a research again and found out that the thing called Sima. Sima is a thing that's kept in front of the temple, 2 in front and 2 at the back. Inside the Sima, they keep the Holy Spirit inside of it. To come to think about it, Chinese talisman have a similar idea. So my final concept was invisible boundaries. Have you ever wondering why do we limit the space for something we can't even see through our own eyes? This installation represents how people can create a boundaries for spiritual and authority boundaries by putting the Chinese talisman in front of the doors. However, these 4 pillars represent the limit of space that being created by human, and space that created is empty and invisible.